Hello there, brothers and sisters of the WoT Blitz universe. You're watching WoT Blitz Addict again. Welcome back to the channel. I'm gaining subscribers almost every day, which is really nice, and I really want to thank you all guys for being with me. But I want to make this long story short, so we're gonna talk about the Object 704. As you can see, it's another tank, tier 9 tank destroyer from the Russian line, one of the lines. And this tank, I found it's really interesting. It has very tall armor. As you can see, there are angles everywhere on the sides. The front plate isn't really great, but the side armor, it's really trollish. You will see in the battles. I just want to make it quick, so if you want to check the stats, you can use Blitzhanger, you can use blitzstars.com in the tank compare, where you can just find all the statistics of this tank. So I won't really take time to talk about them. I will just show you the armor profile, and we're gonna just go straight to the gameplay, and then we're gonna talk about this tank a bit more. It has same gun as the ISU 152, which is the BL10 tier 10 gun. Phenomenal. No matter if you are high tier, top tier, bottom tier, or whatever, just simply this tank can obliterate any enemy it faces. And it has great stopping power because of the high alpha damage. I will show you some nice games. I was hoping for the mastery, but unfortunately both will be first classes, but both will be quite nice and also will show the good things and some bad things of the tank. So let us just simply proceed to the armor profile, and then we're gonna go straight through the gameplay. Maybe I will talk about provisions I use, which might be helpful for you. So let's go. So we're gonna go through the consumables. As you can see, it's my standard consumable set. I mainly use it in case of tanks without autoloaders or auto reloaders. Otherwise, I'm just switching the adrenaline to engine power boost, but rest is mainly the same. So multi-purpose restoration pack, of course repair kit, and adrenaline. I'm really great fan of adrenaline, especially with the tanks with such a long reload. For provisions, extra combat rations, improved fuel, and condensed milk to improve my stats of the tank. Ammunition, mainly, as you can see, it's almost half on half AP with HE. Because the HE pan, I use calibrated shells. I think, no, I use the gun rubber, but with calibrated shells you will get even better penetration. Maybe I will switch it. It would be quite nice, but even if you won't penetrate, the splash damage is easily 300 plus. So yeah, it works really nice. So 14 AP rounds, 3 APCR rounds, and 13 HE rounds. As it comes for equipment, I'm using gun rammer. As you can see, we're gonna switch to calibrated. You will get HE 99 millimeters pan on HE, which is fantastic, and a bit more AP and APCR pan. But still, AP and APCR pan is really great and good enough, let's say, to make the Reds suffer even if they are playing tier 10 tanks. But you would lose like a second of reload time and 200 DPM, which isn't really that much for this gun, because it's you can't expect to just shoot shot after shot. But I will try it with the calibrated. Let's try it. Maybe this will work even better. But I'm using HSG lane drive, of course, and I'm using refined gun. To make the dispersion a bit better, because at the beginning you simply snipe. This tank doesn't have great frontal armor. I will show you in a sec. But at the end of the battle, let's say middle of the battle, when you just pump up so damage to enemy, then you can just move on and try to get them in close to medium combat range. and it works fine. But at first, it's a Russian gun. It's not that great as it comes for accuracy, so that's why I'm using refined gun. Also, you can use the vertical stabilizer, but as you can see, it doesn't help really much. Only point 0.3 of aiming time, 0.3 seconds, so not that great, and the dispersion is way better using the refined gun. I'm using defense system, I'm using enhanced armor, and it works really well. Well, and I'm really uh, surprised, to be honest, but it works, so why to change it? You can get some extra points, as you can see, 90 extra points if you like, but I prefer enhanced armor. If it works, just let it work. Camouflage net, of course, it's a tank destroyer. You can use optics, but this tank isn't a front like tank like a Yagaru or let's say Foch. So camouflage net is better because you don't have really great armor, so it's better to stay undetected and just get some nice high roll shots. I'm using improved control in every of my TDs. For the rest, I would use the toolbox and I would use high-end consumables. Okay, and here's the armor profile. As you can see, the E75 doesn't have great armor. We're shooting E75 straight into the object. It has 6 degrees of gun depression, not great, but let's say enough. 11 degrees of gun traverse, side gun traverse, and as you can see, the sides are trollish. So if you back up and show your side to the enemy, let's say you're just backing up like this, just look at the side armor. It changes from penable to unpenable. So if you're just bucking up at the angle, you can generate some bounces, and that works really well, which I'm quite surprised, let's say. But this tank is fairly mobile. It really has a nice gun with high alpha damage, and this is the main reason to get this tank, and it really works on the way to the object 268. And as you can see, if you're using the high gun depression, the most of it like 6 degrees, you also have these sides. The top of the side armor is also a bounce zone, out of bounce zone, and also you have a large gun mantlet, which is practically impenetrable. So another great thing. Okay, so first battle is on New Bay. We are top tier here, which is really great. I decided to push on the left on the bridge, because as you can see, we have advantage of heavy tanks, but from perspective of our team, it's better to clear the mediums first, because they have 2 mediums and light tank. We also have 2 mediums and light tank. So if we all go there and we just gonna face the mediums and light tanks, we're gonna be able to simply clear them really fast, and then we can push towards the heavy tanks. But as you can see, the enemy team decided to go where the base B and C are. So we're just gonna flank around in the team with the team and just simply try to get some shots. As you can see, we have 6 degrees of gun depression, as I told you, so we're gonna use it on this bridge to get some shots. As I told you at the beginning of the battle, when there's 7 on 7, I'm not really rushing in because the armor profile isn't great, and this will gonna help me, as you will see at the end of the battle. This will gonna help me to win it. And the last enemy I was facing with the Pantera, you will see, this guy is over 60%, like 67% I think, VR, and it wasn't that easy, but it worked out. Thank God for the HE shells. You'll soon find out. And if you have any questions about the tank or about anything, you just can simply join my Discord. to send me your replays, your mastery replays, or your great games, funny games for my compilations like the WoT Blitz moments. I will be glad to use your replays to just show them to other people, my subscribers, viewers, and everyone else. So join my Discord if you like. The link will be in the description below. The video as usual. So if you want to join me. And there's few guys who would like to help you and talk with you. But let's proceed with the battle. As you can see, I'm not trying to get shot. We're pushing in. We have 2 kills already, and there's 4 more enemies left. So it's 4 on 4. Not great. As you can see, the guy in the Pantera is doing a great job for the rats. And we're gonna try to get this cavalry. We were able to get him. So it's 3 on 4. We own 3 kills already. And I decided just to push on the magical tanks, Russian tanks, bouncing on the side. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do anything to this Borsig. I put 1 shot in, and unfortunately I missed it. And it's a 3 on 2. As you can see, I saw this experimental over there, so I decided just to clear him before we proceed. As you can see, it's quite easy pen for the BL-10. We received the shot. Nothing really to worry about, but still we lost some HP. And now here I have to decide. I'm pushing on the Borsig or P44. I know P44 is a great player, but I have a friend on my left side who is shooting the Pantera, so I decided to push on the Borsig, and you will see how the side armor works in a sec. I have no choice but to push right now. I'm angling my tank, and here's a bounce from the Borsig. We clear him out with HE shell. We bounce from our back, and here's where he makes a mistake. He lets me back up to the wall so I can have him in front, AP shell straight into him, and now he's unfortunately on 26 HP, which wasn't really great, but he decides to run away, which gives me opportunity to back up, load HE, because it's 26 HP, so I can easily pan him. Even if I not pan, I will simply be able to kill him. So right now we're just not pushing in. There's no need. We're on 5 kills. We're 1 shot. He's a 1 shot. It's like, oh, who will get who? So I decided just simply to back up, try to get some angle here, try to get some space, and use this Borsig just in case if he just flanks me, pushes me from that side. So I just pushing the Borsig in the line, so I can hide at least some of my hull. And he's here, so we decided just to angle up, and he pokes out. Yes, we were able to clear him. So we bounce 1175 damage, deal 3643 damage, I think. Yeah, 42 damage. We received first class, we received the Top Gun, we received a Pulse Medal, of course, and I was so frustrated that this wasn't a mastery, but we only got like 1155 base XP, unfortunately. But great game, nice to show you this game, and we're gonna get back to another one in a sec. So here's the second game. It's a Supremacy on Canyon. Both games are from today, which it's a fresh material to show you. I'm trying to get all the games really straight out of the game, let's say like a week or so, not the old replays. I have a pretty old replays, but I don't really want to use it, especially it's an update coming up in the, I think, Wednesday. So we're gonna get some in-game changes, some buffs, some nerfs, and so on. So we simply gonna wait till they become the truth, and then I will probably give you an review on T62A after the buff, because it will receive 7 degrees of gun depression, not 8 as it was intended, but 7 degrees. It's still better than Object 140, which is great, and the armor on the turret is phenomenal, so it will work wonders probably. So as you can see, we are on the heavy flank right now, on the med flank, but the heavies decided to push also here. So we're just trying to get some bounces and try to hold the enemies in front of us, because it's a turretless TD, as you know, and as long as you have enemies in front of you, it's easier to do anything. So there's a Death Star, one shot into Death Star. Thank you for coming, and my team was so kind to clear him out. Great way to do things like that. And there's a Bat Chat. Hello, Bat Chat. I wasn't just loading HE because I was expecting IS-7 to show up there. So we're just shooting AP, still over 700 damage, which makes this Bat Chat a one shot. And we're gonna clear him with another shot. We're already on 2600 damage over, and we have this IS-7 here, which I would really like to clear, because it's 5 against 4. This is a E100 here. Unfortunately, we didn't fully aimed and didn't hit the low plate. I'm gonna use adrenaline here just to get a chance to get another shot. He's hide the lower plate, so we're gonna just switch to APCR and just go straight through the turret cheeks, because they're penable easily with this gun and APCR loaded. So we are just pushing in. There's a Panzerkampfwagen 70. Unfortunately, we weren't able to clear him. The Force did. But now it's 6 against 2, we can easily push in. I have enough hit points to receive one shot from the C100 with no problem. So we're gonna just push straight in, get one shot in, and now he's on 92 hit points, but my team wasn't really able to clear him out. As I remember correctly, I will have to clear him out with my APCR shell. But we own 2 kills, 3800 damage so far, and there's only Yak Tiger left, which will burn to death. Great team, great game, and guess what? We received only first class, but I wasn't expecting a mastery, to be honest, from this battle, but from the first one, I was really hoping for it. So we got the first class, of course, we got the sharpshooter, 18,000 credits with premium account, still nice. Credit coefficient, because I don't think I was using boosters, but maybe I was. Hard to tell. Still, 3,806 damage, 2 enemies killed, and 1,281 base XP, which is better than from the previous game. I was really hoping for that last game. It was a heartbreaker. But still, that's all for this review, guys. If you have any questions about this tank, if you want to ask me anything, just join my Discord. The link is below the video in the description. Subscribe, like, share, comment, do whatever you want. Just feel free, and catch you all on the battlefield. Bye bye for now.